Breaking news tonight, the coronavirus forcing millions more Americans into virtual lockdown.
The decision by Disney and the other theme parks here in the capital of theme parks is that they will shut down beginning tomorrow night.
A spring break
following in
crackdown.
Disney's footsteps, Universal Orlando Resort will close its...
On March 18th, we had to close to say goodbye to that last family, not knowing when we're going to reopen. And at that time, we thought it was just going to be a matter of weeks. Each and every month, about 700 wishes are being postponed to come to Give Kids the World. Is heart-wrenching because these kids, they might not have time to wait. When we knew that we were finally going to be able to reopen, we wanted it to be the safest environment possible. So we reached out to Nemours Children's Hospital and said, we want to reopen. How do we do it? What are the protocols that we need to put in place?
I'm Kenneth Alexander. I'm Chief of the Division of Pediatric Infectious Diseases at Nemours Children's Hospital in Orlando. Several things have come together to make Give Kids the World a safe place for children and families in the middle of a COVID pandemic. What I bring and my colleagues bring is the experience of a children's hospital.
We came up with a lot of protocols, a lot of policies, which were adjusted as the recommendations changed based on the evidence. We've been very successful in controlling things, and we've been lucky enough to be able to offer some of this information that we've been able to gather. And so that's where the collaboration began, by offering what we've learned to others so that they can actually have a very safe environment for others.
In addition to that, we reached out to our friends at Disney and were able to tap into their experience, and they are a wealth of experience.
So we all come together to make sure that when families visit here, they leave with memories, not with infections. So the number one rule is, of course, we are responsible to each other. We keep each other safe. The most important things we can do: first, we wear our masks. There's no exceptions to this. Second, social distancing. We don't touch each other. We love to hug each other, but this is not the time to do that. Third, hand washing, that we're going to wash our hands everywhere we go.
Temperature checks. By doing this, you're going to be able to see if someone has a fever and perhaps is asymptomatic. Another thing is to have a lot of cleaning of the high-touch surfaces.
We also reinforce to our staff and volunteers it's not only important that they practice those guidelines here, but what they do in their personal lives is just as important.
The theme parks in Central Florida are among the most sophisticated businesses in the world. And they realize that if they're going to have people come and visit Central Florida, they have to not only make sure that the theme parks are safe for people, but also that people perceive that they are safe when they visit. So when you visit the theme parks, you will see people reminding you to keep your mask up, reminding you to wash your hands. You'll see people out cleaning all the time, and there are many reminders about social distancing.
Some of the theme parks here in Orlando, where all those rules are in place and kids are being able to enjoy them, and the transmission rates really have not been a big factor because of all those safety precautions being in place.
When you travel to Central Florida, you are traveling with a child that often has complex medical needs. And it's a bit scary to leave behind the medical community, your doctors, your nurses, your therapists that you trust. But we want people to be confident that, first of all, we've seen all these kids before. And that as they come and visit Central Florida, there are children's hospitals, Advent Hospital for Children, Arnold Palmer Hospital, and Nemours Children's Hospital. All of us stand ready to care for children with very complex medical needs. Coming to Give Kids the World is an important decision that a family and a care team have to make together. And unfortunately, every child doesn't have the same amount of time. And so as we look at the advantages and the risks of coming to Give Kids, we have to look at the fact that people here have done everything possible to make this as safe an experience, so families can not only come, but come without worry. Come so that they can create the kind of memories that families will carry with them for the rest of their lives.